What's this? Come up here. Hi, come up, come up. Jumping, biting, mouthing, mounting. I've seen very few perfect puppies that never have to work on their jumping. So where are all these things coming from? Whoa, just gonna eat my microphone. Bella, what do you think about the tariffs being placed on Canadian imports? She's really smart. So why is my dog jumping, biting, mouthing, mounting sometimes? All coming from the exact same problem. I wouldn't even call it a problem, it's a puppy. Excitement. Our puppy is excited and they don't know how to contain that excitement. And jumping up a lot of the time is the solution for them. Sometimes it's jumping, sometimes it's mouthing, sometimes it's things we don't really even want to talk about. But when we are a puppy and all of these behaviors are coming from excitement, later down the line, it becomes more of a learned behavior because that excitement starts to go away a little bit, or they still remain the same amount of excitement, but they never learn how to deal with it any other way other than ways that we don't like to see them do, like all this jumping and biting and mouthing. Should you wrestle your puppy? No, you shouldn't wrestle your puppy. Am I wrestling this puppy? A little bit. What do we want to do? 1, get a notebook. I want you to write down everything that makes your puppy jump up. I want you to write all of your areas where your puppy is excited. You're coming home, you're walking in the door, you're letting them out of their crate, and those are all your environments, all of your environmental cues that are making your puppy excited that are causing them to jump. Our other area we're going to look at is what are we doing? What are our actions that are making them want to jump? When I say, hi Bella, hi puppy, it makes her excited, makes her want to jump. When I crouch down, when I get on the floor, all of these things make our puppy excited in a very normal way, but we don't really like those behaviors that come with it. Good girl. So what we need to do is turn all of those cues that are a cue for excitement, turning into jumping, and turn all of those cues into a cue to sit, cue to lay down, cue to do 4 on the floor, cue to walk away, cue to back up. Choose any of those, anything other than jumping, because it's not enough to just have them not jump. They need to be doing something else. In our early stages, we use a lot of food reinforcement to be able to take them out of this pattern, because right now we're going to be like, hi, we're going to have a lot of jumping. We have a lot of advice on just turning our back, turning away, or ignoring the behavior. It doesn't work for a lot of puppies because a lot of the time they're just going to continue that behavior until we finally give in. That solution works great in theory because the puppy eventually will have extinction with that behavior and start offering something else. But it takes a lot of patience from us, and I know I'm not that patient either. So being able to teach them an alternate behavior, reward them for that preemptively before they have to get to a point where we need to extinct the other behavior, we're going to reinforce that other behavior that we have here, which for Bella is going to be our sit. Also 4 on the floor. Personally, I do anything that is not jumping. I'm going to reward anything that's not jumping. I have a clicker we start with. I like using a clicker just because everyone's yes marker sounds very, very different. Clicker never has a bad day. Our clicker sounds the same no matter where it's used, when it's used, and who's using it. So our clicker can be really, really beneficial, but you're also welcome to use a yes cue for that as well. They're about the same amount of effectiveness. So when we start looking at our list of all of our things that are going to make our puppy jump, we want to start teaching them that sit cue. I like using just our hand signals so we don't use a lot of verbal, right? Because we get into the habit of they're all excited and we're saying sit, 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 sit. But that behavior is already happening. They're already jumping on us. So what we want to do is create our behavior, our thing that makes them excited, turn that into a cue to sit instead of the behavior making them excited and us having to ask them to sit. When I'm asking for a sit, we just bring our hand up, mark and reward. We can do a little bit of this before. Whatever your hand signal is. Hand signals are a lot easier than verbal cue. Good girl. Just bringing that head, bring that hand above. You can start with food if they're not really getting it. Use your food, bring them up. Good girl. Good job. And we want this to be very non-verbal cue. Bella. Just getting them up into it, mark and reward. Good girl, good job. And then we want to take that food out of here. We want to use our food in just our pouch over here. We're not using a lot of food to guide them into the behavior, but we're using a lot of food to reinforce the behavior once they have already done it. So what makes her really excited right now is me getting on the floor. We've already done a lot of excitement where I say, hi Bella, hi Bella, hi. And she's turning that into a cue to sit already. Oh, kind of. Still a little new for you, huh? But I'm also, notice where I'm putting my hands, right? So I'm bringing that up here. I create that excitement first. Hi, Bella! I can move whoever which way I want. And then before she actually does that jump, I bring her into that sit. Bella! Good girl. And we're not only teaching the approach itself, but also, again, strengthening our hand signal to actually get into the sit. And if my hands are reserved on me, that means to actually sit. Bella! Good. So do the exciting thing, followed by that cue to sit, mark and reward there. Good girl. Now after some reps of this, she'll start being able to offer that by herself without me actually moving my hands into it. Bella! Hi, Bella! Hi, Bella! Hi, Bella! Hi! Hi, Bella! Hi, Bella! Good girl. Good job. Because that itself predicts the cue to sit, which means she's going to sit faster. Hi, Bella! Good girl, good girl. Now, if our puppy actually does jump on us, instead of ignoring it, instead of turning her back, that we are actually taking a step back. When we think of reinforcement, we think a lot about food, toys, praise, but also contact can be a really big reinforcer. Just getting those paws up on us. So being able to take a step back is really, really important in managing the behavior, because the more that they do it, the more they get reinforced by that. It's harder to break that cycle. So if they do, we want to make sure that we are stepping back and we can reintroduce that hand signal to bring them back into the sit. We can mark and reward. And again, we use a lot of food to start. We can just use our kibble, we can use Cheerios, anything low value. It does not have to be a really high value treat, especially since you're working on this in the house, in areas that there is going to be a lot of excitement. It doesn't really matter what the food is. Worst comes to worst, we just have to keep backing up and doing that. Good girl, good girl. Now from there, then we start fading in our hands, right? Because our hands are also going to be on that list of things that are going to make them excited to jump. Bella. When I pet her, it makes her very excited. So I pet her, I give her a moment, and then when we're done, I let her make a decision. Good girl. And a lot of the time, again, I had to use my hands. I brought my hands up into a position that makes her want to sit, and I reward her for doing that exact action. I do it again. Hi, Bella. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. You want to be pet? You want to be pet? Good girl. Pet, 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 pet. You can do high pitch. You're such a good girl. She's so cute. And I wait for a decision. Good girl. And this is good for me too. You know what? She walked away. She didn't decide to jump. Hi. Is a puppy. Good girl. She's so cute. She's so cute. Let's try again. Hi. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Bella, come. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. And one thing that we really don't want to be doing is getting into the habit of, again, they offer that jumping behavior, we ask them to sit, and we still reward them. Instead, we're going to restart over the sequence. So there's a couple times there where I'm petting her, she makes the wrong decision. All I do is back up. Oh, good girl. Good job. All I do is back up, get a little stiff for the moment, not engage with her. If she decides to sit, I'm just going to restart the sequence. I don't want to reward her because she had just done the jump. And this can create a behavior chain where they always have that initial jump. So that's why it's more important to be proactive about it, figure out where your puppy's going to be excited, and ask them for that cue to sit instead. Now, if I'm petting her at any point she decides to bite me, nip me, jump up on me, or do things that we don't like, that's where we're going to remove that reinforcement. If she does that, I'm going to back up, I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to restart that sequence all over again. That petting can be really, really exciting for them. So we want to make sure that, again, we're getting out of the habit of that excitement, creating a behavior that we don't like. Teaching them that we only offer these good behaviors, that whole sequence restarts, you still get that affection, you still get that food as well. So we wait for that, and then after a lot of successful reps of that, we can start petting, 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 waiting for that decision. Good girl! And then we can go back to petting, petting, petting. Good girl, good girl, that's a good girl. Good girl. Another thing that's important to know is actually how tired your puppy is, because a lot of the time, even if you're doing a lot of successful training, our puppies are going to be too tired to be able to learn what we're doing and also give behaviors that we have already taught them. So a lot of the time, it's important to take into account your puppy's sleep and exercise routine, which will let us know how much energy they have, if they don't have enough energy out, or if they have too much energy out. Your puppy can be overtired, which can create more of those behaviors, and from there, what we would do is rather put them down for a nap rather than do an impromptu training session. And we want to make sure that our puppy is getting enough exercise for the day before, again, we attempt any behavior modification of that jumping. Same with mouthing, biting. Sometimes that can actually be a sign that your puppy doesn't want to be pet. If I'm petting her a lot, she's grabbing my arm a lot, she's kind of walking away, but I'm still bringing her back and grabbing her, a lot of the time that can actually be, hey, I don't want to be pet right now. And sometimes that is seen as bad behavior when it is them just communicating that they don't want to be pet. So if your puppy is not engaging with you a lot, do a consent test, similar to what we have done here, where I pet, and a reward. I was a little bad with this earlier in this video because I was petting. She walked away from me. Oh, there we go. Good girl. So there's a re-engage. I'm petting. I stop petting. Good girl. She looks at me. She stays right there. Okay, she wants to keep being pet right now. So if she was being mouthy right now, I would say that that is more of we're either tired or we're excited. Good girl. But if she was being mouthy, walking away, and every time I would pet her, she was mouthing me, that's when I would take that cue and say, okay, she is not comfortable with me petting her right now. So what did we learn from this video? I want you to write down all of the things that are going to make your puppy excited, whether that's an environmental cue or an action cue that is coming from us or another person. I want us to put a place of management into it, so either having our puppy on leash or being able to have a big enough space where you're able to back up from them so that they're unable to actually complete that behavior that we don't want them to do. I want you to be preemptive with the actions that you're hoping your puppy are to do, so you teach that hand signal, and that's how we're going to ask them to sit. I want you to use a lot of food and reinforcement until your puppy is ready to be able to have that pet as reinforcement. I want you to take your puppy's health, sleep schedule, exercise routine, and feeding schedule into account when you think your puppy is exhibiting a bad behavior. Thanks for watching, thanks for being a part of this course, and we'll see you in another one.